The Gladiators.
Purge the weak. I'm sorry.
The nobles, their current motto is "Good princesses don't lie." The Gladiators' current motto. We are missing a player. We're missing Timbuktu. I'll pop him a message. Your guys' current motto is "Leave the weak behind." I like it. I'm not going to wait. If he shows up, he shows up, just because we're starting so late tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we missing one other person besides him?
Yes. One of your other players is having internet troubles, and they messaged me earlier that they want to be able to attend.
Gladiators, now with 100% less drinking.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty fair.
I'm sorry. I'll be nice. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry, but I'll be nice.
All right.
Oh shit! Was that on the internet?
It's on there, and it's there forever.
Oof.
We can play some epic music for tonight. There we go. All right, welcome to the Ilderon Tales, and I should probably center myself on my camera. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. It is a role-playing game. Everything you're going to see is live storytelling. The group we're rolling with tonight is Book 3, Saga of the Gladiators campaign, and you are tuning in for episode 4. If you're under the age of 14 and you're watching this, please consult your parents, as you will likely see content that's inappropriate for you. And if you really like D&D and D&D settings, you can learn more about our world and the storyline and everything that's going on by going to www.theilderontales.com. I will not tell you how to spell it. If you're watching this on any type of smart device, copy the name out of the title and put it into Google, and you will find it. The other thing I need to go over, joining our Discord community. If you see there's a live campaign thing right here that I'm pointing to, it is very difficult for me to read YouTube comments and the YouTube chat while I'm streaming and dungeon mastering at the same time. But I'm also disseminating lots of information to the players through Discord. So you can jump in the Discord and type in live campaign, and it will appear in a place where I can see it and actually respond to comments. And also everybody's super welcoming. So yeah, super free to do that. Most people are super welcoming, except for Wesley. Wesley leaves the weak behind.
Yes.
I'm gonna jump through the recap and just fly through the important points that I remember. If there's anything that's important to your character that I miss, please at the end jump in and add in those moments. So last session started off on the 22nd of Noble. The party left the port of Riofir and headed to the city of Soromangan, another port on an island in the Tide Gate. They took a ship called the Sunfeather and traveled a few days overseas to get to the Twilight Port. While they were on the ship, they learned a little information about the port, particularly that the Ruby Alliance is exerting a nice amount of pressure here, political pressure, and kind of taking over the port, whereas Soromangan's always been a free port, not belonging to any nation or faction. As such, the port has always been dangerous, but it's getting a little bit more dangerous, and exchanging information with Zeeth on the ship. A merchant warned Zeeth of the trouble, and Zeeth warned the merchant of the person they were traveling with, Grimstone Heartringer, and says he has a penchant for strangling people in their sleep, and everybody should watch out. As a kind favor, they told Zeeth about a contact inside of Soromangan, a merchant that they've dealt business with before, who could potentially be a better sponsor than Grimstone Heartringer. That merchant's name was Tayden, and I don't remember if he has a last name. I'll have to check those notes. Moving from there. Go ahead.
You said you don't remember if they have a last name. It's Mayer.
It took me a second, but that's fair. Moving from there, once the party got to Soromangan, they immediately bumped into an assassin holding a vial of acid. the assassin got frustrated at the party. He was going on to get his third kill. There is currently somebody in Sorrel Mangan who is has a big bounty on their head as they killed a member of the Ruby Alliance, and presumably Cold Blood, and the Ruby Shadow itself has put a personal bounty on this person. Assassins have been showing up by the one each day to try and claim this bounty. His plan was to go and pour acid on the person's face, hopefully killing them. After tripping and breaking his vial of acid, he said the party owes him, and the party didn't feel like they owed him anything, and after a standoff, they sent him on his way with only a few bruises. Grimstone told the party he was going to secure them lodging. I do actually think I sent you guys the layout of your inn and like the name of it and stuff inside of your group, which is why I say join the Discord, everybody, because you can see cool information like that. Because now I'll go back and look at what the name of the inn was and that other stuff. From there, you guys stayed at the inn. I don't think anything super important happened that night. Oh, it did. Brewbark was trying to entertain several people in the inn, and as he was going about dancing for different attendees or patrons of the inn, he got into a small competition between two assassins. One assassin who was fairly confident she was going to be able to hit the mark inside of town, win the money, and be able to luxuriate and spend it. Wanted Brewbark to spend the night with her. Another assassin who was only here for competition wanted to outbid her and buy Brewbark's time and attention. Not so she can enjoy Brewbark's attention, but more so just to spite the other assassin. After being tugged between these two women, eventually the loser angrily stormed off, and Brewbark sat awkwardly and quietly with the person who bought his time. It's technically not prostitution, question mark. Not 100% sure. At which point, after Brewbark realized that nothing was going to happen, he just slowly walked away. He did get the name of the woman. It was an assassin by the name of Mela. Moving from there, the party slept for the night. I'm pretty sure nothing else important happened that night. The party slept for the night. They got up the next morning and thought to go register for the current arena. As they were going out, half the party decided to go and scout out the town and make a map of it and get to know it better. The party all started off in the general same direction, though, which resulted in them finding out that all of the spots for entry during the week have been taken up, and that they won't be able to compete until the weekend in the tournament. Grimstone did not want to stay that long inside of this port, and he went to try and find a way to get you guys entry into the arena, as one of the other sponsors is possibly going to be charged with a high crime, and if so, then their entry would be null, and Grimstone could take their place. That sponsor is inside of the dungeons right now, on the manor on the hill. I forgot the name of it. All of this stuff I will look up as the session goes on, so I'll make sure you guys do have that information. And finally, there was one more thing. Oh, the party decided, since they had a little bit of time, they were going to go and talk to the other sponsor in order to secure a better sponsor for their guild. As they went to where they thought the sponsor would be, at the Temple of the Spoken Wills inside of town, they found out the sponsor had been, the woman by the name of Tayden, had been banned from the temple as she assassinated, as she killed a member of the Ruby Alliance, possibly a high-ranking one. And the temple had to distance itself with them in order to be able to exist in the changing political climate of Soromangan. After going to her house, they can see that the sponsor had barricaded herself inside the house, as it is Tayden who the Ruby Shadow has put the hit out on. The party negotiated their way inside of Tayden's house. She unbarricaded one door and let them in, and we will pick up right there.
Oh, small thing. Just right before closing the door, I saw Melee.
Oh, yeah. Yep, you
asked
did
if
see
she
Melee.
knew who that was.
Brewbart, what is your passive perception? Oh, 13. I have it written down. Cool. Alright, so we are going to pick up there. It is the 24th of Noble. The party is in the Twilight Port, known as Soromangan. And you guys are standing inside of the house with a elven woman by the name of Tayden. She closes the door as all of you step in, and as Zeeth starts taking off her blindfold, she's going to say, come, we need to go to the second floor. I need to keep a lookout for anyone trying to get too close.
All right.
Lead on.
All right. She leads everybody to the second floor. Most of the windows up here are barricaded. You can see the doorway to the patio that overlooks the water well is still open. The one at which, she was looking outside at you guys. And after she gets up here, she walks to the front window, which is almost like a, not portcullis, almost like a large porthole. It's just kind of like one of those circular windows that overlooks, like the top of the house. Walks to it, looks down the street, walks to the back porch, looks over the water well, comes in, waits for you guys to start talking for a minute, and then just quickly kind of paces back to the front window and is looking down, only giving you guys kind of like half her attention. And she's walking back to the back porch. She's gonna say, all right, so if you're not assassins, what brings you here? Well, seems like I'm the last person anybody on this port wants to associate with.
Well, in short, we are aspirants.
Looks down at the street.
We are aspirants, gladiators. Our current sponsor is troublesome. We need a new one. And honestly, in the realm of gladiatorial arenas, having a sponsor who is wanted for murder, there's a certain excellence of that. I think a crowd would like it. We could do well.
Wanted it.
She's going to nod and say, I do so love seeing the aspirants come through the arenas. Seeing each of you strive and achieve glory. It's been one of the few pleasures of the past couple hundred years. She goes back to the porch and says, although in this situation, I don't think I am able to simply sponsor you or at least enjoy the benefits of such.
I agree it would not be quite as simple as one would like, but we've already probably thwarted one assassination attempt.
She's,
And I think we are more than capable of thwarting a few more.
Regis,
go ahead.
Regis is going to walk up to her and go,
why do they... I haven't really been paying too much attention
kind of boring. Do you need me to smack?
Not yet.
I'm asking. Regis is asking the lady.
Okay, you cut out a little bit for me, but you asked, do you need her? Does she need you to smack the assassins?
He basically he's asking why or what did you do,
Ah, okay.
and do you need me to kill anybody?
She is going to say, killing is what got me into this situation. So my head.
So
was...
climb your way out over a big old pile of just keep adding to it till you can climb over, and then no one will be able to stand in your way.
At that, like, she's gonna pause and look down and say, well, there was a woman from Red Axe. She was here, and she came inside of our church. She wasn't simply visiting. She was recruiting. Not for any Darendelle religion that I've heard of. Not any of the strange fringe religions that exist in the Ants.
So she was a bad.
Tayden is going to nod and say, she was focusing on those who were devoted, those who showed devotion, corrupting their fanaticism. If she was allowed to stay, it would have been a full-blown cult here.
So why didn't you just kick her out?
She's going to shake her head and say, I'm just an attendant there, and no one else would do, well, nobody else would have done what was needed to be done. Maybe my actions weren't the most wise in that situation, but I didn't know she was so well connected inside of the Ruby Alliance.
At this point, I'll chime in, and Brewbark will say, "How are you going to get out of this? I imagine you can't live quarantined in this house forever."
She's going to shake her head at that and say, "You good surprise. I can create food and water, enough for myself. As long as I have a good small couple hours to trance. In between patrols, I think I can outlast pretty much anyone as long as they don't burn this house down." As for where to go next, I'd like to leave Soromangan, but that would probably require some sort of appeasement to the Ruby Shadow. Have you heard of them before?
I'm familiar. Slightly.
There was some idiot who got in our way. He ranted about Ruby something. Maybe is that the thing we're talking about? See?
I believe that idiot is associated with them as well, yes.
She's gonna look out down the look out at the backwater well, then down the road towards the temple, and say, "Well, I've got no place or no reason to stay in this port. How assured are you in your abilities? Well, I don't mind gambling on aspirants. If you're certain you can win,
Well,
perhaps there's money to be made on the path of glory."
oh, there
We've already
is.
cleared one. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, Regis was just going to say, oh, we already cleared the stadiums. We got the medal still?
Oh, yes. Here. Well, this was an exhibition match, which we won handily.
Yeah, she'll take it, turn it over in her hand, and as she does, she's gonna hand it back to you, and then she'll say, "Okay, well, if we can get up to Mentori, there is quite a sizable sum you win. Could be enough to clear my name of whatever they lost on what they invested in this lady. I'll do it. I'll sponsor you, but and she's gonna look back out the window and say, I don't know who the contact is for the Ruby Shadow in this city. Might be one of their upper members himself. You can get the word out to them that I'll pay them back. And these damn assassins will stop roaming around this well. I see you!" She yells outside the door. You guys can see Mela is out. Well, Brewbark recognizes Mela. She is arguing with another woman on the other side of the in the back water well square.
Of course, she's arguing with another person. That just seems like.
Zeke, you got your headband off?
Yeah.
Zeke and Brewbark are going to notice the second person that she's arguing with has a bow and a nocked arrow. Like they're not pointed at it's down at the side. Or not down at their side, like, you know, aimed down in front of them. The arrow is not, like the string's not drawn.
Let's see. I'll try something here. Let me just double check, see if I can actually do this. Knocked, huh? Situation of this. 1 minute.
Hey guys, we might have a situation on our hands as we speak with the two across the street.
How far away is she?
Let's see. Across the Waterwell Square, I'm gonna say it's 30 feet from Taden's house to the well, and then another 30 feet on the other side of the well, and they're on the road that would just go through this like portion of town. So all in all, about 70 feet in total.
Okay.
And that's negating Pythagorean theorem, unless you really want me to do that.
Well, at that distance, one story up is not going to make much difference.
Yeah.
No, not for a lot. Is a longbow?
That they
I
have,
guess it
you
doesn't-
can't tell. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it would look like a longbow. It's big.
Yeah. I'm going to Miss Taden and say, step over here,
Yeah.
away from this window. And what I'm going to do I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and have it look like her. That's kind of just half peeking out the window, watching them.
Okay, and I'm just
kinda-
making sure I told you the right thing. Actually, it would be a short bow.
Okay. Well, I'm just making the illusion to where like she's half peeking out past the window, watching them.
Okay.
And trying to get her clear of windows, since apparently we have a discount sniper down there. And I guess
Shadows would like to say that is a full price sniper, and how rude of you to consider otherwise.
well, I can't.
No,
help
they
that
clearly
shit.
have a short bow. You lose approximately 50% range at that mate on those. So definitely a
That's-
discount sniper.
No, that's just how
Sounds
good
more
he
like
is.
a bargain bin.
Bargain bin.
It's a
Yeah.
buy
Yeah.
one get one.
No,
You get-
bargain
you get
bin is
melee and the
a
other.
crossbow.
Since Zeeth pointed this out, I will allow anybody one of two checks. You can either make an insight check or you can make a perception check.
For what now?
An insight check or a perception check. And this is the whole party, because Zeeth has pointed it out to everybody.
Not XP. XP's not there.
Oh yeah, minus XV. XV has a revelation. XV can...
There's a chill down her spine. Huh, a sniper.
A
Yeah,
Thank you, Wesley, for holding us up.
perception, and does anybody else want to make that check? Oh, I guess Melise is there. So I guess I'll make that for him. Oh, and I'm controlling Timbuktu tonight too. So cool.
he's drunk. He can't see
Um,
the road.
I'm gonna roll it as an insight for Timbuktu. Wow, he's actually trained in insight. That's great. Okay, the first one was Melise. The second one was Timbuktu. All right, so several things are going to become awarent to you guys. That's a combination of aware and apparent, and Regis. And I'll just start from the bottom up. Brewbark, you see these two people arguing on the other side of the town square. Sees the short bow knocked with a arrow and a bag of beer next to the woman who is holding the short bow as they are as the other one is pointing in this direction, frantically gesturing, and like they're just going back and forth over this. Melise notices the same thing Brewbark does. So then that handles the perceptions up to Z. Z, you are going to notice. Well, actually, I'll go to Regis. Regis, as you were as they point this out, and you're thinking back and forth on it. Just like it doesn't make any sense to shoot her unless you're going to outright kill her in one shot, because she's a cleric who works at a temple. She's going to be able to heal herself for quite a bit of time. She probably has healing reagents to deal with poison or anything like that. So it's like, why would she shoot her? It's kind of like a waste of time. Not to mention she's already been at the back door. Moving on to that, Z and Timbuktu. Z is going to notice that the arrow would not deal a bunch of damage at all. As you look and you squint your eyes, there's padding around it. There's a cloth tied around the tip, and Timbuktu is going to probably just say out loud of just if I was them, I'd set this house on fire like you said earlier. But
That's what they're doing. We need to move.
and Timbuktu is going to say, no, it's look at all these townhomes next to it. It's going to set the whole neighborhood on fire. They want it.
She got cloth tied around the end of the arrow. Then
They might not care.
That's why they're arguing.
That's a good reason to argue. Let's move.
Let's take care of the problem before it becomes a problem. I'm a dumb orc. I should just go kill it. I'm
Regis
very
draws his
self-aware.
hammer and leaps out.
Regis just leaps.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's gonna try and.
I'm not gonna make you
Smack
take
him.
falling damage because I don't think you're high enough. You get the threshold where you start taking falling damage, but you don't fall enough to take a falling die. So it's like after you fall, I think after you fall 15 feet, it's every 10 feet you fall, you get a die of falling damage, but you're falling about 20 feet. I will make you roll an acrobatics check to not land on your face.
Oh. Okay. Well, just so you know, I'm be making this a reckless charge, enraged attack at them. But
Okay, I'll let you roll it as an athletics if you want to.
You know you're probably not going to be able to get there in one turn, right?
Yeah. All right. So, Tubutu, maul out, halfling out the window, like it is going down. How is Brewbark going after these people? Because Brewbark did say he was going to go talk to them.
Well, Brewbark's first going to go, what the hell? And then seeing him jump out the window, I'm going to observe whether the other people noticed the two people arguing.
Okay. The other people, as far as your party mates.
No, the two people arguing. Did
if-
they notice the people jumping out?
Well, he's not being stealthy about it, so I guess I'll just roll them each a perception die with advantage.
I think it would be more a matter of how shocked are they at seeing a small being with a giant hammer falling from the sky, screaming at them.
All right.
Wait,
So-
is he screaming too? Damn it.
The one trying to get this person to put away the arrow has not noticed, as she's still gesturing at the houses and everything else around here. The one with the arrow has noticed, and she's now like drawn the arrow and just like pointed it at Regis. And it's not like a threatening thing. It's more of like an oh god, oh god, oh god. So let me know what Brewbark is doing, because this is about to move really fast.
Brewbark will also jump down in normal shape, not wild shape yet.
Okay. All right. Same thing for Brewbark. You're not in that threshold for falling damage yet, but you do have to stop yourself from landing face first. And it's I let Regis justify it as a athletics check because of the reckless charge.
I'll do acrobatic. It's fine.
Okay.
Wait,
Humble and roll, boys.
What
Humble
a
and roll.
graceful half-orc. Okay, so you are going to both of you are going to start charging this assassin who has the arrow drawn, and as Brewbart and Tumbutu just get their first round of movement off, the assassin is going to yell down the courtyard and say, "Stop where you're at, or I will fire!" She whispers a word, and the arrow becomes a light. All right. I think it's very important here that everybody go ahead and roll me initiative. Those who are participating.
So much for that, I guess.
Is everybody comfortable with doing this cinematic? And I'll just be super descriptive.
Sure.
Okay. If
Am
you
I?
want to go to a grid, I'll draw it out. Okay, Regus is at 10. Brewbark is at 20. That's fantastic. And C's is at 18. Okay, C's, yeah, C's this happening. Tayden does not enter initiative round. Just like she's stunned at first the halfling and the half-orc jumping off a second-story floor. Then two at the recklessness of these assassins that they would even consider setting this whole town square up in flame just to kill her. As she's kind of like leaning on she's kind of like just leaning on the windowsill and just looking between like a crack in the board. It's just like, what? And I'm going to rule that Melise and Brewbark, not Melise and Brewbark, Melise and Tumbutu are going to join her next round in initiative if it gets to there. All right. So Mela has one initiative at 22. As you guys start running at them, Mela takes note of this and of the whole situation going on. And she's going to reach down into her boot, pulling out a dagger and coming back up. She hunches over, ready for combat with the dagger held in a reverse grip. It is Caesar's turn. Caesar's back on the second floor of the building.
Brewbark.
Oh,
Brewbark.
It's Brewbark's turn.
As I'm running, before I wild shape, I'm going to shout, "We don't need to do this if you stand down." And then wild shape into a bear as I'm running toward.
All right. So you continue to charge. You're ready
After shouting.
Yeah,
After
your charge triggers the second assassin's, the assassin holding the bow, triggers her readied action, in which she goes to attack you with her reaction, going to release the arrow. Her readied action triggers Mela's readied action. Mela tackles her, rolling a athletics die, and rolling a horrific nat 1. She is going to tackle the assassin, trying to wrestle this arrow out of her hand. Unable to do so, the assassin is going to dodge free, turn around and try and continue the shot at you. Her ready action of an attack at you goes off. There is an enemy within 5 feet of her. She rolls it at disadvantage. Rolling an 11 on the attack roll. What is your AC as a bear?
AC as a bear is 11.
That is going to hit you and not fly past and set a building on fire. Brewbark. You are going to take. I should have just rolled this on roll 20 so I can count it. 10. Okay, wait. I'm gonna separate it for you. Okay, so 6 plus 2 is 8. So you take 8 points of piercing damage, plus her sneak attack die. Which, no, she doesn't have advantage on it. She can't roll a sneak attack. She deals an additional 2 or 7 points of fire damage to you. So you take 8 points of piercing damage and 7 points of fire damage. You are immolated. The arrow hits into your. Well, actually, I'm going to roll since it's padded. It's bludgeoning. Arrow hits into your skin. The oil of it sinking in. The magic fires, just slowly setting that part off before the arrow falls down. You have a heavy bruise or welt wherever the arrow hit. You can spend your action on your next turn to put yourself out. That is her turn, and it is 18 in the initiative round. Sees, as you are watching all of this, Tayden is going to look at the scene unfolding down at the well and just whisper, "Idiots."
No, it's genius. They're making a distraction. We're going out the back. Where's the door?
I mean, she can gesture, but you remember the way you came in on the first floor. You can
Yeah,
go
but
out
that's the front door.
Well, no, you guys actually came in through the back door, if that makes sense.
Okay.
The back of
It
these
doesn't
houses
in my head,
all-
but okay.
Yeah, the back of these houses all face the courtyard where the well is, and the front face the road. So
Okay, well,
yeah.
I want the front door then. Whichever door that they are not in front of that whole distraction is going on. He wants the other direction.
Okay. And just to give you guys kind of like a little input of like what you see, you're kind of like in this neighborhood right here, as far as like where you're located in the town. Heading through the front door of her house. Yeah, you're able to drag her. You're able to drag her out into the front. Her front door is actually barricaded. You can spend a turn. Actually, I'm going to say it's going to take like 2 people's turn to get this thing unbarricaded, but I'll let you make an attack roll or an athletics check to break through the wood.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking he'd just like drop his shoulder and charge right through it, potentially, if it's light enough stuff.
It is barricaded. It looks just under hard to like get through here. And yeah, Zeeth, metal shoulder, just going to charge straight through here, breaking through into the street. And yeah, you guys are on the street. I'm gonna roll that's all of Zeeth's movement, or not Zeeth,
Okay.
C's movement, pulling everyone onto the street. Let's see. That's Brewbar. C's. It is Regis's turn. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. She is moving at 15. The assassin. That was a ready to action that went off earlier. The assassin who had knocked an arrow and fired at Brewbark is going to if she runs, she takes an opportunity attack. Go ahead.
Wait. So she's taking 2 actions this round?
Yeah, she readied an action at the start of when you guys jumped out of the window. She readied an action saying, "If you guys move forward, I'm shooting you."
Okay.
That was last round.
So that was before. Okay.
Yeah, Brewbark moved forward and triggered her readied action. Using her reaction, she shot on Brewbark's movement.
Yeah. No, I thought she readied the action this round.
Yeah. She's moving at 15 in
before
the
the-
initiative order. She is
Yeah.
going to get up.
Yeah. No,
Yeah. She's
That's
gonna
already
get up
happened, though.
and I'm just gonna roll her in evens or odds. Evens, she runs. Odds, disengages and dashes. Not gonna fight an assassin and 2 gladiators. At least somebody has 3 brain cells in this port. Alright, she takes off down the road. She disengages, grabs her pack, then uses her action to dash. That is her turn, and it is now Regis's turn.
he sees the bitch running. He's gonna flat out run full speed.
Alright, Regis pursues her. We might do this as a chase sequence. And let's see, at the end of the round, it is Zeeth sitting inside of the house with Tumbutu and Melise watching all of this. What does Zeeth do?
Ouch. So the pyromaniac over there is running, right?
Yes, she is.
Okay. What about? What does the other assassin look like? She's.
The other assassin lunged at the pyromaniac. The other assassin you guys recognize is Mela. I will make a character portrait for her So you guys have that because you
Okay.
moved her. She
okay.
was on the ground. She used her action to ready an action, and that action was to try and grapple and pin of the archer.
Okay. Well, I'm going to follow. I'm going to follow C's and put my blind. Well, I'm going to put my blindfold on before I head back out, and then I'm going to follow C's out the door and provide watch. I guess watch everybody's backs.
Okay.
Hey guys, if any of us need to take a drink, can we make sure that we're like muting the mic or something? Because that was a really loud.
Okay.
Noted.
All right. So, this whole scene has unfolded. Regis and Brubark jumped out the window and chased these two assassins. One assassin has taken off. The other one tried to stop her and was unable to. At the top of the round, it is Mela's turn. At the charging Brubark, Mela is going to spin her dagger around, catch it, put it on her waist, and say, "I was just passing through." And that is her turn. It is Brubark's turn. Do you guys want to keep moving in initiative order? Combat is technically over if you guys choose to.
I'm okay with keeping it in order.
Okay. It is Brubark's turn. What's he want to do?
He is not going to extinguish himself and charge after the assassin number 2 and try and intimidation and scare the shit out of the second assassin.
All right. Let's go for this. Give me that intimidation check. All right.
Flaming
All right.
bears, not.
Oh,
not,
you're
there's a bear on
emulated.
fire, not a flaming
You take
bear.
another 2d6 at the start of your turn. Or actually, I'm gonna move that down to 2d4 because the wind would actually make it fire. Okay, I'm gonna give you a d6 and a d4. That sounds fair. You're gonna take 8 points of fire damage at the start of your turn. You can use your action
Worth
to
it.
put yourself out. Literally any point. Okay, so Brubark is going to just charge down the street, just roaring and screaming at this running assassin. Regis likely doing exactly the same. You guys both just running straight past Mela. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, running straight past Mela. Yeah, so that's the 22, the 20. C's, you guys are going to be on the street. Tayden moving with you. She's going to going to say, if anybody would know who the Ruby Shadow contact is in the city, they live on the manor on the hill, or maybe somebody in the Dustport.
Decent idea. Ports tend to be very busy places, good for assassinating. Well, I guess we start with the manor then. It's either that or we go to the arena and just hunker down for a little bit.
All right, I'm going to remove you from the initiative order, if that's okay.
Sure.
All right, give me a collective group stealth check of just, kind of keeping your heads down as you go through town. I rolled one for Timbuktu, Malise, and Tayden. Good God, you guys are killing
Good
these checks.
God.
20, 9, like before bonuses for any of them. 20, 19, 15, 16.
I don't even have a bonus.
Yeah, give me the same for Zeeth. I'm assuming if Zeeth chooses to follow.
Yeah, I'm following. Which stealth was this again?
It's a collective. It's a group stealth check, and I'm not gonna make you roll. You don't have to roll because you guys can't fail this. With group checks, majority of the party has to succeed, and 4 out of your 5 party members succeeded. You can choose to roll if you want to.
I won't invite. I mean, I can't. Can I make? If I roll a 1, would it fail the whole thing?
No, it would not.
Okay, I'll just roll since. Why not? Oh my!
The 1.
Okay.
That's that Wesley luck tonight.
That's why I asked before I did it.
What's the worst that can happen? The worst happens.
Don't kill me, Brandon.
And assassin after Tayden. And I've got that character sheet made for Mela. Boom. Alright. You guys are chasing after a different assassin, though, so that was kind of forgotten.
Mela's hot.
Yeah, delete that, and she's gone. And yeah, nobody's back at the house, so that's over there. Alright, so, Rhubarb, you have successfully intimidated this assassin. If you're aware of what fear does, they cannot move closer to you. She continues to run.
I will extinguish the fire on myself at this point, and make a second intimidation check by like standing on my hind legs and
you guys are
runging.
You guys are going to run. She's going to turn onto one of the roads, entering a part of town known as the Orchids. As you get to like the Orchids chasing her, a lot of this town there is the word for forestry. There's like trees and a lot of
Harbor.
Yeah, arbor inside of the town, sheltering it from the harsh sunlight of the tide gate. Over here, and as soon as she turns into this area, the trees are like right. Every house has like 2 trees right next to it, between it.
So it's kind of.
Go ahead.
So it's kind of like gentrified.
Yes, exactly. This is where the nice part of town is. Everybody, well, you guys are going to lose her. If you want to try and track her, you can. If you want to try and look for her, you can make a perception check. Tracking would be a survival. Or you can spend your action to just put the flames out on yourself. You will take that flame damage at the start of your turn, but you cannot be immolated for the rest of your turn. Or for, now on. So you take 6 more fire damage, and you can put the flames out. Brewbark, or not Brewbark, Regus, you and Brewbark are going to come to this portion of town, seeing that she has disappeared.
Now, because he stopped to put himself out, was I closer to her?
Yeah, you run right by him as Brewbark's patting out his flames.
Okay. So I saw her turn, and then I just immediately lost.
Yeah, like as you got to this part of town, you don't see her. Mechanically, she made a stealth check, contested by your guys' passive perception. She took the riot action.
Like a bitch.
Well, I mean, let's see. If you guys are being chased by a flaming bear and an angry barbarian.
Bear on fire, not a flaming bear. I'm sure is a wife and kid.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was just more making a joke, Well, Regis is just more angry, and he doesn't see her, so it's like, fuck it. I chased her.
All right.
She ain't gonna come back anytime soon.
Yeah. She's not. All right. And Brewbark technically saved the neighborhood. So if you guys head back to the house, you guys are going to notice your party members are gone.
Yeah, and the door looks
If we
fucking
know-
destroyed. That's obvious.
Yeah. Well, since it's obvious that Regis is just gonna turn to Brewbark and say, "Hey, let's go back to the inn. They'll show up."
That sounds. I'd like to do a perception check to see if I see Mela.
Go for it. So as you guys are like walking through the house, you are going to just be like looking around. The back door has been wedged open. The front door, on the first floor, is open. And you kind of just like start looking through here before finally you see just like a armoire just kind of moved a little out of place, and you go and you close the door of it, and just like on top you're gonna see hunched over Mela just kind of contorted like between the roof or the ceiling and this armoire. She's gonna like look down at you and say, "Oh, yeah, I was just dropping by to drop some supplies off." And,
I wasn't expecting to see you so soon. What was your disagreement about?
out there, that idiot wanted to set the house on fire. We were paid. That idiot was trying to set this neighborhood on fire, and arson is a crime.
Do I
Regis
do I
takes
pick
her-
up
his
on
hand
the obvious
her out again.
fact that she was trying to kill?
Wait, say it again?
Do I pick up on the fact that it was obvious that she was here to try and kill Tedden?
You don't have to like make any sort of insight check. You know last night that she's competing with the other assassins in town to kill a target. You are now aware the assassins in town are trying to kill Tate. You like even Brewbard can put together 1 + 1 doesn't equal fish.
Well, I do have -1 intelligence, but anyway, I will. I'm going to say we want to try and facilitate, or we want to. Sorry, that's a bit too big a word. We want to try and make this good. Can you introduce me to your boss?
It'd be good for your health if you cooperate. Regis says, taking his hammer out, and I am going. And
She's going to climb down, like I guess like using the hammer almost as kind of like a little bit of leverage, and say, "Oh yeah, I was never not cooperating. How's what's her name, Tayden, doing anyways? We're good friends."
She's great.
ran scared.
Oh yeah, I did change back to orc before trying to climb back into the house. By the way, I assumed you figured. I'm not just growling at her.
That would have been funny though.
Okay. Okay. As she climbs down, I actually just refreshed myself on the rules of falling. Just for the future, 5th edition doesn't have a threshold actually for falling. So every 10 feet, it's 1d6. I'm not re-rolling it now, but I'm just letting you guys know for the future. It just took me a second to find it. As you help her down, she's going to dust herself off and say, "Oh, so you want to meet my boss? Let's not mince words. You know what I do from last night, right?"
You kill. You are an assassin.
And she's going to kind of grimace a little bit and say, assassin, I'm more of like a relief agent. Some people get stressed out with others' presence. I kind of relieve that.
You're a prostitute?
Nice.
No, that's Brewbar. And yeah, at that, she's going to say, nevertheless, you put the whisper into the wind. You put the gold out there, and somebody will contact you, and then the word gets to me, and then you don't have to worry about that person anymore. Who is it that you need gone?
We need to speak with the person who put the gold out on Tedden.
She's going to shrug and say, well, I don't even know who that is. The Ruby Shadow contracts through through agents who handle all of their business dealings. I can let you know who I accepted money from if you're looking for any other jobs.
That seems like a start. Please introduce us. I find assassins and relief agents are not always welcome to meeting new people.
Okay. And she's going to walk back into the courtyard. And you guys are going to see... you guys are going to, like, as you guys walk out into this courtyard, you're going to see that other assassin, the alchemist that you bumped into that night. He's got several jars as he is carrying, like, he's got several tied at his waist, but he's carrying one gently. And he's going to say, hey, Mela, we can burn the foundation down of just her house. Mela's gonna say she's not there anymore. Might want to hide inside though. He's gonna sigh.
Does he know Burbark and
that's
Regis?
the next thing. Like, he sighs, looking down, taking notice of Regis, and you're traveling with them? Mela is going to nod and say, they're much more pleasant than you. He's gonna grind his teeth, looking at you guys as you go by, and he's gonna say, I'm gonna get that.
We also don't spill our fluids as easily as he says, pointing to the...
All right. You guys are going to walk with Mela. I am going to jump over to XV and Grimstone.
Okay.
XV and Grimstone, you guys go to the manor on the hill.
You mean C's?
No, XP and Grimstone.
No,
that's XP.
yeah. They left earlier when you guys left the arena to contact the person who got thrown in jail.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. I'm gonna rename this house just because I'm not 100% certain where I put my notes for one. So I'm going to name it the Palace of Menius. And it is ran it's got the miniest dungeons underneath it. That is all I need. Okay, so heading up to this large manor overlooking the rest of the town. You guys are going to walk by several groups of guards into here and into the main entranceway. You once you get inside, you can see this place kind of doubles as like a large living quarters. There's a small like barracks here where you're assuming like the employees and these guards live, moving in and out of these places. And then even more so, beyond that, it's kind of like a town hall, as just still in this large foyer, there's an area of benches, a podium set up. No one is there now, but there is a scribe who has a desk on the back end of like this almost small auditorium classroom type area. For the most part, this place is, while it is a private manor, it is pretty much public property, as lots of people are moving in and out of here. And that would just be kind of like a half dozen people moving in and out every couple minutes, as you guys aren't like the only group to come up here and have a concern. Some people talk to the secretary, some people talk to the guards, and they go on about their business. Taden. Oh, well, you guys aren't with Taden. You're with Grimstone.
Yep.
Grimstone is going to look at XV and go, look at all these people with swords around here. How long do you think a mercenary's work lasts for?
XP shrugs.
He's gonna say, trick question. It lasts as long as you're good. When you get slow, he makes a gesturing notion at his neck.
She just nods in agreement.
You're absolutely riveting, aren't you? Alright. He moves towards the scribe. Going to the scribe, he's gonna say, "Who's in your dungeons? Heard one of the arena gamblers got caught with his hand someplace it shouldn't have been." The scribe, he'll look up and say, my lord, anyone who's charged as is on public records. However, some people may be being held, but Lord Minius hasn't decided their fate yet. Grimstone is going to say, just cut the bullshit and lead me down there. He's going to say, and you are, my lord? It's going to say, Lord Heartringer, the Heartringer Circle. He's going to nod and say, should I send for Lord Minius? He's going to shake his head and say, I don't have time to deal with high elves and the rest of our culture. Left it all behind. Come on! The man is going to stand up and say, yes, your grace. He stands up from... Go ahead.
Nothing. I thought you were waiting for me to say something. And I was like, yeah, XP just continues watching.
He's going to lead you guys down along a walkway that overlooks the ocean, and then to a large door that goes through a cellar and into the dungeons. There are multiple corridors here. Immediately as you step into this chamber, there is a cell in front of you, and there's a door to your left and a door to your right. The cell in front of you has the makings of a person in it. It is dimly lit. There's no light in there, and the only light that gets in there is from the torches of the other chambers and passageways. You think it's either a scarecrow or a puppet of some sorts, as it doesn't seem to be moving. He is going to lead you to the right, or I'm sorry, to the left, and through 2 corridors, finally unlocking a 4th door. This tunnel goes completely straight through a narrow passage. Once he gets into this larger room, it looks like a crypt of sorts that has been repurposed, and he moves to the north, unlocking a final door. In the crypts, it's worth mentioning there are sarcophagus on burial, or rather dug into the walls on stone mounts.
Did you take this out of Skyrim?
Yes, I did. No, this is not actually a Skyrim dungeon. This is someplace that I rolled up forever ago, and I lost my exact layout to it. So I use a dungeon generator for just the re-layout of it. But going through the final passage, he is going to turn, and finally you are going to see a halfling behind another iron jail door, or behind iron bars. He's going to gesture to the man and say, "This is the person Lord Minius has captured from the arena." The man looks up, and he's going to say, "Grimstone?" Grimstone is going to look down at him and say, "If you're here, that means Zen's here." And he's going to nod and say, "We didn't know you were still in these waters." Grimstone is going to shake his head and say, "I won't be in them much longer. I hate this damn city. You bought a slot in today, or you bought a slot in today's matches." He's going to nod and say, "Yeah, I kind of fell in with a bad crowd." He's going to say, "You always do, Kraz." And he's going to say, "Well, it's fortunate, though. They don't have any evidence on me." He's going to say, "Give me your slot." Kraz is going to say, "No! I'm going to make some money as soon as I'm out of here." Grimstone is going to rub his eyebrows and says, "Why don't they have any evidence on you?" He's going to say, "It just happens to be my lucky day. The woman who had everything got murdered." He's going
Wow.
to cackle. Grimstone is going to rub his eyebrows together and say, "Did you hire assassins?" He's going to say, "Nope. Some dumb cleric did it on her own and inside of the temple in town. I had nothing to do with it." Grimstone is going to grind his teeth and say, "What did you do?" Kraz is going to say, "Not telling you, you old elf. You old wiener." He is going to grab the bars. Go ahead.
I currently looking up a spell to see if I have any spells to help with the situation. I do not. Okay, continue. I was hoping maybe I have charm person or something, but I don't.
He's going to look back to XV and say, "Come on, let's find the damn elf." And if she wasn't an assassin, she probably didn't know what to do with the body. And he turns and looks at Kraz and says, "And if so help me, I find your name on a single scrap of paper or a single anything on her corpse, the lord of this manor is getting it instantly. You could have had a deal." Kraz.
X is going to say, wait. If he's locked up, he can't make money. Why don't you just give up the spot anyways?
Kraz is going to rub his nose and say, "Well, as long as I don't get charged before the match is over, and my guild or my competitors keep themselves clean, they can compete with or without me. The money's paid." He's going to stick his tongue out at XV.
XV narrows her eyes at him and just goes, and turns around.
Grimstone is going to look at XV and say, "People like that are what drives you out of the mercenary business. That's what happens, or that's one of the things of what stops someone from being a mercenary." As you start walking out, the scribe is going to turn to Grimstone and say, "Your Grace, should I tell Lord Minius that you've come to see him? He requests to meet with any circles of high..." Grimstone just keeps walking, his voice fading. The scribe starts locking the doors behind you guys. Where does XV head?
Welp. Let's see. He did something shady. Dead person knows what he did. Grimstone's gonna look for the person who killed that person.
Presumably.
So, presumably. I guess I'll head back to the group.
Okay. You've got two options. You can roll an investigation check, asking about your eccentric individuals who are in the group. The giant Goliath, the metal man, the tiny goblin, or you can head back to the inn and hope they show up.
First off, that was it. Halfling's name is Kraz.
Yes. Either a nickname or his real name. Presumably, Grimstone knows him. Although they don't seem to be the friendliest of contacts. But Grimstone's a lovable guy.
Grimstone's a lovable guy. I don't know why everybody hates him.
He
Probably
pushes
something
his
about the
preference on
hungry
others.
looks he gives at everybody's neck.
Yeah. Grimstone makes at least 3 times as many jokes as XV.
Kraz is something shady. Dead woman knew what it was. And, Keaton killed her. Alrighty. I guess I'll just go back to the inn.
Okay. You're able to head back to the inn. I'll roll in a little bit. You meet up with Brewbark and Regis. C's, Malise, Z, and Tumbutu. And you are walking with Tayden. Tayden is going to take you to a part of the orchids that are near the dust fort. Wait, no. I'm sorry. I got these all reversed. Get out of there. Get out of my ship. Okay, I've got this right now. Brewbark and Regus are actually with the assassin, heading to find the assassin's contact. I forgot the direction that Z's, Malise, Z, and Tumbutu are heading in.
Okay.
I mean, we pretty much went out the front door. I don't think we specified like a exact.
Okay, yeah, I removed you guys from initiative order, I guess, without getting a direction.
Yeah, and so we were either going to go to Dustport was one possible, or the mansion on the hill or something like that, I think was the other one that was mentioned.
Okay. I'll actually rule then. Well, you guys give me one or the other. You guys can choose each. You can choose your own options. It's your adventure.
Well,
let's go to the more overt side of the Ruby Alliance. The secretive ones don't like to be found.
okay.
And I'm assuming that's the mansion.
That's what he's assuming.
Okay.
If anybody else has input?
Yeah. Wesley, you were going to say something?
He's going to look at, do you think you will need the pendant? Do you think that'll help?
She's going to need defending. I should probably be able to handle most situations on my own. Did you have someplace else you need to be?
The pendant.
Oh, the pendant.
The pendant, yes.
Probably.
You want it?
I'm not sure I should be claiming any kind of membership at this point. That's something that would probably be heard of around the way. Oh, there's a Warforged who's part of the... yeah.
Well, I'll just hold on to it for now then.
Probably best.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Brandon.
Yes.
With Caesar's sort of indirect dealings with the Ruby Alliance, is that generally a thing to... Oh, hey, somebody has, killed one of their members, done something terrible, whatever. They can pay their way clear of that? Is that normally done?
With the Ruby Alliance, go ahead and... So, I will say, from your base information, it is possible. It is an organization very concerned with profit and money, and if you can propose something more profitable than what got you on the wrong side, they're amenable. For any more information than that, it would be a history check.
Be a what check?
History check.
Okay. I will go ahead and roll it just to see if I get something good. I did. 18.
Yeah, you are going to know that this faction, while cold, is not without logic, and they will work with somebody that they hate if it puts them into a better position. So it is completely within their character of if you can find out why somebody's wrong, what happened, definitely of just like all right, double or nothing, and 8 times out of 10 they will take that deal because you're not worth anything to them dead. And if it gets to this point, it's either vengeance or something pretty pretty petty.
Mm-hmm.
Which, money is better than petty grudges.
Yep.
They can always kill you
Okay.
later. Okay. So heading into the fortress, the palace of Mencius. Zeeth, you are going to notice something that is going to start making you uncomfortable.
Oh Lord.
As you are walking by, there are different guards and people here. And, just like the world's a wild and diverse place. A couple of groups of humans, maybe a half elf here, a tiefling, there.
Right.
A duo of halflings. But something that you're going to take notice of as you're walking through this place, each of these groups are being tended to by a wood elf wearing a similar set of clothes, likely denoting them as like a servant of this manor. And it's just very, 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 very familiar to you of the few wood elves and high elves you interacted with back in Alian. As echoes of as echoes of the home culture that ran your camps.
Right.
And as you start walking through this place, each of these wood elves is like going to look away from their group and just kind of watch you walk by. They're just tending to whatever mercenaries or guards they're hiring, giving them like the latest, and then they just kind of stop and turn to look over their shoulder and just keep their neck watching you move until they can't.
Okay.
And this is a string of people until you get inside of this building of just like, and each group you pass, like one of these people is going to walk off, or I would say one out of every other one of these people walk off, hurrying off down the trail. Regardless, you're able to get inside of this place. And same scene I described to the party earlier, so I'm not going to bother going over it. Tayden, who would be, wearing her cloak up at this time, is going to say, if the authorities have reason to, they could throw me into a dungeon until Lord Minius decides my fate. I'm very, very well known and well liked within his circle, so I don't think I have anything to worry about here. But Lord Minius would know the contacts of the Ruby Alliance within the town.
I guess while all this is going on, Zeeth is gonna sort of take that blindfold he wears. He's gonna tug the edge down a little bit so it covers a bit more of his features. Maybe like up to the, the tip of his nose or something.
Okay.
And he's going to. So we're looking for like a Ruby. Or at the head office, or
you're in Elven waters. This port's very close to the Elven continent. However, it is a free port, so there's lots of different people here. Presumably, Lord Minius is a high elf of some sort.
Yes. All right.
You guys only have a little bit more north to go before you get out of the Elven influenced region.
All right. Yeah, he's gonna hunker down a bit more, kind of. He doesn't have his dirty rags anymore, damn it. Alright. Well, I forgot he doesn't have his cloak, so he got rid of his bigger clothes. Never mind. My bad.
Okay. That's fine. as you guys, and I'm going to be looking for a stopping point within like the next 20-25 minutes for people with time constraints. As you guys are looking in this building, if you guys don't say anything or don't talk to anyone, it's about 3 or 4 minutes before one of those wood elves will approach the party, and they don't have any of like these human mercenaries with them, or Sarai mercenaries with them. It is just a group of about 5 of them. They're going to walk up to Z and say, Shadow touched. Lord Minius would like to speak with you.
He's gonna look at. What do you mean, shadow touch?
She's going to look up at you and say, "Oh, seems you do not have a sight. You bear the or no, actually, they would not talk about this in public. Follow us, and we can enlighten you."
I don't have anything to say to this Minius. I have business.
What business is it that you've come here to take care of?
My own.
Nanya? Oh, okay. You're taking care of.
Yeah.
Oh, Nanya business. Okay.
Yeah, we're a large clan. We have a lot of people, a lot of business to take care of.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, welcome. I'll enlighten you as to everything that happened. We're probably going to be finishing up in like the next 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
As you're talking to this lady, she's going to say, "Well, he's still interested as to how you came to Soromangan."
By ship.
How was it that you were able to leave your camps?
What camp?
The Blood Rivers.
I don't know what
You
you're
ever
talking
do.
about.
Roll me a deception check.
I don't want to roll a check, Brandon. I refuse.
I don't want to talk to them.
Uh,
I don't want to roll a deception
I don't want to
check.
see them. I don't want to hear about them. Okay. God damn it! I'm gonna use an inspiration on that. Roll another one.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll take.
Well, it's a deception check, but I'm
What
gonna
did
let
I
you use
roll?
that same roll. Intimidation. It's the same modifier.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's the exact same though.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And she is going to say, "At least allow one of us to attend to you while you're in town. It must be terribly difficult without sight."
No, I'm doing quite well. I have, like I said, I have business to attend to. I appreciate your concern, but not required.
Have you touched anyone since you've been here?
Have I touched anyone? I'll have you know, I don't appreciate this. I am an aspirant. I have a lot to get done. And you are keeping myself, my companions, and my, what's the word I'm looking for, Brandon? My,
Guild?
not guild, but my, the guy that pays for, the guy that's paying for everything.
Oh, patron?
Patron. My patrons waiting. I appreciate your concern. You can tell this Lord Mimnon that you know, that I'm doing quite well, but I won't be. But I'm not going to be available to.
She's going to say, you may not be aware of it, but you possess a corruption that's dangerous to those around you. Please do try to keep to yourself while in Zoromangian. We'll be speaking further on this. She bows. Well, she doesn't bow, she kind of like nods politely. Tayden is going to look towards you. Tayden, who's also an elf, is going to say, I wasn't born duty-bound. What is it that they're talking about? I thought it was strange that you look as you do, but... Are you from Yan?
You're the first decent one of your kind that I've met since I left home. Don't make me second guess my assumption, please.
She's going to shake her head and say, no, I've only ever known the southern waters. I don't know what goes on in that forest, but it's...
We can speak of this later.
Look like you?
We'll speak of this later.
She's going to go quiet and say, well, we can't, if we're not going to speak to Lord Minius, I think we should find a new place, some new shelter.
You can... If my presence jeopardizes getting you free, then I will excuse myself back to the inn.
As you are saying that, you're going to notice emerging with a scribe from a stairwell, XV and Brimstone. Your two most social and smiley party members.
Indeed. Indeed.
Brimstone is going to walk up to the party and say, I got a lead on how we can get you guys into the arena today. Some dumb cleric killed somebody over the other side of town. An elf. We find her, find out what she did with the body, and might be able to get some dirt on Kraz. He's gonna look.
Actually, he's nodding behind him.
Yeah. He's gonna look to Tata and say, "Who's this? Picked up another one to fight with you?"
No, she is our new patron. One that's less inclined to dispose of those that lose.
Huh. Oh, well, I see how it is. I sail with you all the way over here, and I don't... He's gonna clutch his hands and say, well, I'm not complaining. Tayden is going to say, I'm the dumb cleric that murdered the person.
Jesus Christ.
He's going to look at her and say, a little young for a high elf. She's gonna nod and say, you're a little old to still be alive. He's going to just kind of... And Grimstone's torn. Does he dig up a dirt on a person he doesn't like just to spite him, or does he go back to the safety of Riofir?
Actually wants to chime in.
Go ahead.
You know, okay, I know I don't talk much, but we could fight twice if we pick up the dead body.
That might be interesting.
I'm not fighting for him anymore.
But it's just
Brimstone
one time.
is going to bite his lip and say, my feelings aren't hurt. feelings might be hurt just a little bit.
But I don't care. That's the problem.
I care a little.
Brewbark doesn't know that his feelings are hurt.
Brimstone is going to look at her and say, "You're probably yellow in the nose when it comes to death. Tell me what you did with the body. I'll handle the corpse." She's going to say, I didn't know what to do. I stuffed it in a barrel and paid some people to roll it out of town. He's going to nod and say, "Next time, try burning it." She's going to nod. Brimstone is going to look towards the party and say, "Well, I'll go ask about, see if I can scrounge it up. We'll cut our ties. Pay me back for what you owe for the boat ride. I'll see you compete in the arena, and then I'll head back to Rio Fear myself."
Actually looks really sad right now. She actually liked Grimstone.
She wanted to get choked out.
No. But she appreciated his attitude.
Grimstone was a no-nonsense type of guy. He's weird, but he liked what he liked.
Kind of a murderer. But, we'll sweep that one up the rug.
I'm used
Well,
to
so is your new
snuff
patron.
play.
So is our new patron.
Yeah, she doesn't murder.
She has hitmen on.
She doesn't murder out of a sense of satisfaction.
Brimstone is going to skulk. Yeah, skulk off, I guess.
Sulk.
Bulk.
Oh, that's the word I
Both
want.
have to.
Sulk off. Yeah.
Yeah, both work.
Bye.
Give me a direction for this part of the party. We'll jump over to Brewbark and Regus, and then we'll end. Oh, by the way, Bliss, if you are here, super quick recap of everything that happened. Timbuktu is with this part of the party. You guys met with Tayden. Tayden agreed to be your sponsor. Assassins were after her. They almost set her entire neighborhood on fire. In the kerfuffle that ensued, Brewbark and Regus chased off the assassin. You guys used the distraction to sneak Tayden out of the building. Tayden said she's going to sponsor you guys and try and make as much money as she can off of your arena run and pay back the Ruby Shadow, whatever investment they lost on the woman that Tayden murdered. With that, you guys are trying to find out who is the Ruby Shadow contact inside of the city, who contracts out to all of the assassins so that they can get a message to the Ruby Shadow so that Tayden can have a little bit of breathing space to try and make the money to pay them back. With that, you are with Tayden right now and the rest of the party. So you guys go ahead and give me a direction, and then I'm going to jump over. What do you guys want to do?
Towards the bar.
Find the Ruby Alliance contact, which I hope will get to the Ruby Shadow, so that we can get Tayden squared away and get ready for an actual arena match. That will probably help to get the corpse first. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking about going and get the corpse. Honestly speaking, if we get the corpse, figure out what was shady, we could probably clear a name without having to pay any bail money.
I like that idea.
So we could probably find the corpse first, get a fight under Grimstone, get paid, then get another fight under Tayden, get paid, and then bounce.
Yeah,
You say paid twice. I like the way you think.
I will let all of that stand. I'm going to chime in as a dungeon master, too. Tayden informed you guys that Lord Minius, who runs Soro Mangan kind of right now, she is in good favor with him and his circle. and she's likely not in trouble with the authorities. She's in trouble with the assassins.
Yeah.
Those people, it doesn't matter about bail or anything. Those are coming from a tertiary faction.
Okay.
But all of that is still a good plan. So one lead you guys have for the contact is talking to Lord Minions. Another lead is they probably manage crime in the city. You guys could try and commission some crime, and somebody might come looking for you.
Another lead I thought of is we could try and get in touch with Cruz's group of people and see if we can maybe get the information out of them.
Okay. Grimstone knew Kraz, and he said if Kraz is here, Zen's probably here too. That would be the information you have to work on that. So you guys have 3 options in front of you. Just give me one, and then we'll jump over. Or
Find
actually,
the corpse.
Say that again.
Find the corpse.
Okay, find the corpse. Okay. I'm gonna go
And
with
figure it out from there.
I'm gonna go with find the corpse, but I will actually say, since we are gonna, this is where this part of the group's gonna be done. You guys don't have to feel actually pressured to make a decision now, because we can pick up here next session. All right, so jumping over to Brewbark and Regis. The assassin you guys are walking with, Mela, is going to say, it's actually quite funny that the person who trained me is one of the people handing out contracts now. You move up in the world like that. Perhaps if he catches a spear into the wrong organ, I might be the person giving out contracts in the future.
That sounds interesting. Smile and nod, boys. Smile and nod.
She leads you to a smaller tower behind that big tower that's connected to the arena. As she steps into here, there's a townhouse kind of attached to the first floor, and as you open the door, there's kind of smoke and just a haze of other things, just in a cloud over this first floor of the building. Excuse me. Moving through here, you're able to tell this is a gambling hall of sorts. Different people at different card tables, and around the room, different incense are being burned. As you step through this hazy room, she's going to lead you up to a man with 2 large broadswords leaning against the wall at his chair. The man has several gemstones around his fingers, but the most notable thing is a large swinging amulet encased in a cross and gold around his neck that has a ruby the size of a fist on it. She is she's going to wait for this hand of the card game he's playing to be over, at which point, after everybody gets done revealing their hands, he's going to smile at the mercenary sitting across from him and gesture with his fingers, just, come on, give it over. Each of them take off their broadswords and put it on the table. He picks up one, whistles as he inspects it, and he's going to say, Mela, coming looking for another job? I hear Tayden is walking around the Lord's Manor, probably looking for protection. No other contracts get given out until the one you're on is finished.
That's why we're here.
Mela is going to say, Zen, these are some aspirants coming in from Riofir. They're looking for work, trying to buy something off. In any case, I thought I'd point them to you. They want business with the Ruby Shadow. Zen is going to chuckle and say, Ruby Shadow often wants business with you. It's rare when you go looking for it. He puts down the broadsword and sort of a gesture to the table. Before we talk, let's put some money on it. You guys are aspirants? About 50 gold on your match. I've got 50 on you guys losing. Each of you willing to match that?
I'm willing to bet on myself.
Zen's going to
What's the
gesture
going
for
rate?
you to sit down. 50 gold. And he's going to say, I like somebody willing to take their fate in their own hands. Gamble with the gods.
He just takes his hammer and sets it down. How much you think this worth?
He's going to move it around on the table before picking it up and say, light made of mithril? I do so love collecting tools of the craft. He's going to say, it's still stained a little bit. You don't ever clean it, do you? Wonderful. And he'll put it down and say, I'll cover both of your bets. If you lose, it's mine. In any case, what can I do for you?
Well, hang on one second. So, Mithril's not worth them?
I mean, he said it'll cover both of your bets, presumably at least.
Yeah, which is, yeah, and from the way the guy was, the wizard who was giving him the favor was talking. It sounded like it was worth a lot more because he wanted diamond.
Yeah, it's worth at least 100 gold. Like, he's saying you don't have to bet. This will more than cover your bets. He didn't tell you the exact price, but you guys are good on the betting. Now Regis can say I want more than that. But I'm just, that's what he said.
Okay. Yeah, no. Because Regis, I think this is worth a bit more than just 100.
Bold. All right. You lose, it's mine. If you win, 200. Sound fair?
I want to get this appraised.
He's going to look at Mila and say, "This is why they were looking for me." Take it to a weaponsmith.
I will bet 50 on myself and get to the chase that we are not here purely for a gamble.
Zen is going to nod and say, "You've been here for a minute and I haven't heard much."
You're the one who got swept away in the gambling.
It's a hobby. Mela's going to just whisper under her breath, an obsession.
We have a new sponsor, and the sponsor is being pursued by the Ruby Assassins. And we need to know how we can get her off of your guys' hit.
He's gonna whistle and say, Tayden? Tell me, do you know
That's
what's
fair.
going on in Red Axe right now?
Please tell me.
The whole country is ran by a demon-worshipping cult. It's unstable. Everybody who's not part of Red Axe who goes there oftentimes never leaves. If you know what I mean. No
They die.
He nods. No mercantile fleet can sail in or out of there. Tayden killed a diplomat from Red Axe. One that we were hoping to use to secure safety for our fleets and trade vessels inside of Red Axe's waters.
Well, that diplomat was trying to take all the church.
We don't care who worships who. We just can't send shipments there that get plundered every time a ship inches into their waters. We can't send caravans that the owners of the caravans get the heads of their employees sent back to them. Now, I don't think you guys are going to be able to negotiate the stability of a whole region. But if you got something to offer, I'm willing to listen. But it's a pretty steep. It's a pretty steep cliff you're trying to climb.
Are there any arenas in this Red Axe?
Are there any what?
Arenas? Path of Glory, all that. That's
He laughs and says, "The Circle would never maintain arena in Red Axe. Maintain in Red Axe? The only thing that's consistent about that place is inconsistency."
What if you could? What if someone cleared out?
This seems
Space.
This seems above my my ability, but we have members in my guild that are better at talking. Will you meet with my guild?
Zen is going to put his hands on his head and say, what the hell? I was gonna go to with the bridge. I was gonna go to the arena today and make a couple bets anyways. Might as well scope out the competition. Where are you staying at? I'll send somebody by.
I'm the dumb one. We just better remember this.
The better question is, does your DM remember? Let's see. The Charming Rogue. That's the name of the tavern you guys elected to stay.
What's the name?
The
Charming Rogue?
Yes.
Or Row?
Rogue.
Okay. We're Charming Row.
He nods and says, I'll be there before the evening's arena matches. Don't keep me waiting. And he's gonna look at Mela and say, depending on how this turns out, Mela, come back and see me tonight. I'll give you another contract. Maybe. Mela's going to nod. And I think that's a good place to end for the night. Is everybody comfortable with that?
Comfortable.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
And I will post experience inside your guys' group since we went so long right now. So anybody has to go, you guys can. And if you guys want to discuss, I remember people said Tuesday and Thursday they were free for a bonus session. I definitely wouldn't mind running another session for you guys this week since I cut so much into the time.
So, bit of a wrinkle with that one. I got a job.
Hey, that's a good
It's
thing.
going to be like 8:30 to 5 my time. So potential, I may have some evenings that I'm doing a little bit here and there, but I'm not sure outside of that. Like, I don't know what that's going to be. And it's probably not going to start for a while. So,
Okay, your guys' next definite session, there will be a session March 5th. If anyone can't make that, definitely let me know. Wait, May 5th. April 5th. That one. April 5th.
okay.
And, we'll discuss other options inside your group.